Welcome to Captivating Home, your ultimate destination for home decor inspiration. Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of beautifully decorated homes that seamlessly mix modern and vintage furniture. This trend has gained immense popularity for its ability to create spaces that are both timeless and contemporary. By combining these two distinct styles, you can craft a home that is uniquely yours, full of character and charm. The magic of blending modern and vintage lies in the contrast. Modern furniture, known for its sleek lines and minimalism, provides a clean, uncluttered look. Vintage furniture, on the other hand, offers warmth, history, and intricate detailing. Together, these styles create a balance of form and function, making your home feel both sophisticated and inviting. This video will guide you through tips and ideas to master this art. Mixing styles doesn't mean chaos. It's about finding harmony. The key is in thoughtful curation. Every piece in your space should feel intentional, with modern furniture complementing vintage finds. For example, imagine a contemporary sofa paired with a vintage coffee table. Each item enhances the other, creating a visually interesting and cohesive design. Let's explore how to make this happen in your home. Many people are hesitant to mix styles because they fear it will look mismatched. However, with the right approach, you can achieve a look that feels layered and well-rounded. We'll discuss how to use color, texture, and layout to tie these styles together, ensuring your space looks polished and professional. Stay tuned for expert insights and practical tips. By the end of this video, you'll feel confident in blending modern and vintage furniture to create a stunning home. Whether you're redecorating a single room or reimagining your entire space, these ideas will inspire you to embrace creativity and step outside the box. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Captivating Home for more decor inspiration. Let's get started. One, the charm of combining modern and vintage furniture. Combining modern and vintage furniture styles brings a unique charm to any space. It's a design approach that allows you to embrace the best of both worlds: sleek, contemporary simplicity, and rich, historical detail. When thoughtfully blended, these two styles create interiors that are both elegant and inviting, offering visual contrast and depth. This balance of aesthetics provides a layered look that feels lived in yet curated. The foundation of this mix lies in choosing key furniture pieces. A modern sofa with clean lines can anchor a room, while a vintage coffee table adds character and nostalgia. Each piece should complement the other, creating harmony in the space. This juxtaposition of styles is what makes the design dynamic and visually engaging, ensuring that no single style overpowers the other. A cohesive color palette helps tie modern and vintage elements together. Neutral tones like whites, grays, and beiges provide a versatile backdrop, allowing statement pieces to shine. Incorporating accent colors and smaller decor items, such as throw pillows or art, bridges the gap between the two styles. This consistency makes the mix feel intentional rather than haphazard. Texture also plays a crucial role in blending these styles. Modern furniture often features smooth, sleek surfaces, while vintage pieces bring in weathered wood, aged leather, or intricate carvings. Combining these textures adds depth and interest to the room. For example, pairing a glass-top dining table with vintage upholstered chairs creates a tactile and visual contrast that elevates the design. Finally, lighting can unify modern and vintage elements. A bold, contemporary pendant light above a vintage dining table creates a striking focal point. Similarly, vintage lamps with modern shades or minimalist light fixtures in a room with antique furniture offer a cohesive look. By carefully blending these styles, you create a home that feels both timeless and fresh, full of charm and personality. Two, choosing the right color palette. The color palette is crucial when combining modern and vintage styles. While modern interiors often rely on neutral tones and monochromatic schemes, vintage designs tend to incorporate more saturated hues. Blending these requires a thoughtful approach to maintain balance and cohesion. Begin with a base of neutral colors, white, beige, gray, or taupe. These shades provide a clean canvas for layering both modern and vintage elements. A neutral base ensures the room doesn't feel overwhelming when introducing bold vintage tones or textures. Use accent colors strategically to bring the styles together. Vintage furniture often comes in deep, rich tones like emerald green, royal blue, or burnt orange. Pair these with modern decor in complementary shades to create harmony. For instance, a vintage mustard yellow armchair looks striking against a modern gray sofa. patterns can also enhance your chosen palette. Incorporate vintage patterns like florals or damasks in throw pillows or curtains, balanced by modern geometric or abstract prints. This interplay of patterns creates visual interest without overpowering the space. Finally, consider the role of metallic finishes. Vintage brass or bronze complements modern chrome or stainless steel, adding a touch of elegance. These finishes can be incorporated into lighting fixtures, furniture accents, or decorative pieces, further tying the two styles together. Three, layering decor for depth. Layering is a powerful tool for creating depth and cohesion in a room that blends modern and vintage furniture. By combining elements like rugs, art, and decorative pieces, you can make your home feel curated and full of character. Rugs are an excellent starting point for layering. A vintage Persian rug can ground a modern living room, while a minimalist jute rug can tone down a heavily vintage-inspired space. The right rug sets the foundation for the rest of the decor. Art is another impactful layer. Modern art pieces with bold, abstract designs pair beautifully with vintage-style frames or gallery walls. Conversely, vintage artwork can add depth to a sleek, modern setting. Display art at eye level for a professional finish. Small decorative items like vases, books, and candles tie the room together. Mix vintage trinkets with modern minimalist decor. For example, pair a retro ceramic vase with sleek black candlesticks for an eye-catching vignette on a sideboard or coffee table. Lighting also plays a significant role in layering. A vintage chandelier can add opulence to a modern dining area, while a contemporary floor lamp brings a fresh touch to a vintage reading nook. Experiment with layering light sources to create ambience and highlight key features. For mixing furniture styles for unique appeal. One of the most exciting aspects of mixing modern and vintage furniture is the opportunity to create a one-of-a-kind aesthetic. Each piece you choose contributes to the narrative of your space, blending history with innovation. This fusion brings a dynamic energy to your interiors that can't be achieved with a single style alone. To achieve this balance, think about the proportions and shapes of the furniture. Pairing a vintage row-arm sofa with modern acrylic chairs, for instance, creates an intriguing interplay of old-world charm and futuristic sleekness. The result is a harmonious yet distinctive look. Another approach is to mix furniture from different eras. A mid-century modern credenza can complement an Art Deco mirror, while contemporary side tables might balance a vintage tufted armchair. By thoughtfully selecting pieces, you ensure cohesion while celebrating diversity. Scale is also important when blending styles. Ensure that the sizes of the furniture pieces work together proportionally. A bulky antique wardrobe paired with a delicate modern bench might feel disjointed, but a balanced pairing creates flow and functionality. Ultimately, the goal is to allow both styles to shine. Choose a dominant theme, modern or vintage, and use the other as an accent. This way, your design feels intentional rather than cluttered, showcasing the beauty of your carefully curated collection. Five, creating a functional layout. An effective layout is key to showcasing your modern and vintage furniture blend. A well-thought-out arrangement not only enhances functionality but also highlights the unique elements of your decor. Start by defining the purpose of each room and planning furniture placement accordingly. Anchor the space with larger furniture pieces. In a living room, a modern sofa could serve as the focal point, while vintage accent chairs and side tables create balance. Position these items to encourage conversation and accessibility. Traffic flow is essential in any layout. Ensure there's enough space between furniture for easy movement. Vintage pieces often have a bulkier design, so consider their placement carefully to avoid overcrowding. Modern minimalist furniture can help offset this. Zoning can also help define areas in an open floor plan. A vintage rug can delineate a seating area, while modern shelving units might separate a workspace. This approach allows you to mix styles while maintaining a cohesive look. Use the layout to tell a story. For instance, a vintage secretary desk near a sleek bookcase creates a juxtaposition that sparks curiosity. Each arrangement should feel purposeful, reflecting your personality and lifestyle. Six, personalizing with accessories. Accessories are the finishing touch that ties your modern and vintage elements together. They add layers of character and help you express your unique style. From artwork to textiles, the right accessories bring your vision to life. Start with artwork that reflects both modern and vintage influences. A bold abstract painting pairs beautifully with an ornate vintage frame, while a modern photograph can contrast a gallery wall of vintage botanical prints. Choose pieces that resonate with your personality. Textiles are another essential accessory. Vintage-inspired throw pillows, modern geometric blankets, and antique tapestries can coexist beautifully. Use them to introduce color and texture, enhancing the room's layered look. Decorative objects like vases, clocks, and figurines further personalize your space. Combine sleek, modern items with aged, weathered pieces for a curated aesthetic. For example, a vintage brass candlestick beside a contemporary ceramic sculpture creates visual interest. Don't forget lighting accessories. A mix of styles in lamps and fixtures adds warmth and dimension to your space. A vintage desk lamp on a modern console table or a contemporary chandelier in a room with vintage furniture can create a memorable statement. Seven. Embracing the beauty of contrasts. One of the most captivating aspects of blending modern and vintage furniture is the contrast it brings to a room. Modern pieces are often sleek, minimalistic, and clean-lined, while vintage items exude charm, nostalgia, and intricate detailing. The juxtaposition of these styles creates visual interest and depth. Imagine a contemporary leather couch paired with an antique coffee table. Each piece accentuates the other's uniqueness. This contrast doesn't just enhance aesthetics, but also tells a story about individuality and taste. Start by identifying key pieces in your home that can serve as focal points. A modern sectional sofa can anchor the room, while a vintage sideboard or armoire adds a touch of character. These bold contrasts work best when balanced with neutral walls or subtle accent colors that tie the space together. Be intentional about placement to highlight both styles. Texture is another vital element in mixing these styles. Vintage furniture often showcases rich textures like carved wood or aged leather, while modern pieces emphasize smooth, polished finishes. By layering textures, such as a distressed vintage rug beneath a sleek glass coffee table, you create harmony and balance in the room. Texture brings the space to life. Remember, contrasts don't always have to be stark. A more subtle approach could involve combining mid-century modern furniture with vintage-inspired decor. For instance, adding brass accents or retro lighting fixtures can bridge the gap between modern and vintage effortlessly. This creates a cohesive yet dynamic look. The key to embracing contrasts is finding harmony between old and new. Every piece should contribute to the room's overall design without competing for attention. With careful curation, these seemingly opposing styles can coexist beautifully, creating a home that feels both timeless and contemporary. 8. Reimagining vintage pieces with a modern twist. Reimagining vintage furniture with modern updates is a fantastic way to create unique pieces that blend seamlessly into contemporary spaces. This approach preserves the charm of vintage while introducing a fresh, updated aesthetic. It's also a great way to breathe new life into family heirlooms or thrifted treasures. One popular method is reupholstering. A vintage armchair with a bold, modern fabric can become a statement piece in your living room. Similarly, repainting an antique dresser in a sleek, neutral color gives it a minimalist feel while maintaining its character. Hardware updates also make a significant difference. Swapping old knobs or handles for modern alternatives on vintage furniture adds a contemporary edge. Think brushed gold handles on a vintage wooden cabinet, simple yet transformative. Combining vintage furniture with modern decor can also modernize its look. For instance, placing an ornate antique table in a minimalist setting or pairing it with contemporary chairs creates a striking visual. These unexpected combinations add a layer of sophistication. Reimagining vintage doesn't mean erasing its history. Be selective about updates to preserve the piece's integrity. With thoughtful choices, you can honor the past while making it fit beautifully into today's design trends. Nine. Mixing materials for a dynamic look. The interplay of materials is another key factor in blending modern and vintage furniture. Modern interiors often showcase sleek materials like glass, steel, and acrylic, while vintage pieces highlight rich wood, leather, and fabric. Mixing these materials creates a rich, dynamic look. Start by pairing materials that complement each other. For example, a glass-top coffee table with a vintage wooden base merges modern transparency with timeless warmth. Similarly, a leather vintage armchair against a modern concrete wall creates a bold yet balanced aesthetic. Consider using reflective surfaces to contrast with vintage textures. A shiny metallic side table or a mirror-backed cabinet adds modern flair to a room filled with vintage textiles and distressed wood. These combinations keep the space feeling fresh and dynamic. Don't shy away from experimenting. Acrylic chairs around a rustic vintage dining table create a surprising yet harmonious look. Mixing materials allows each piece to shine, emphasizing the distinct qualities of both modern and vintage furniture. The secret to success lies in balance. Too many competing textures and materials can overwhelm the space. By focusing on a cohesive color palette or repeating certain textures, you can create a look that feels unified and intentional. Choosing statement pieces. Every beautifully decorated home benefits from standout pieces that serve as focal points. When blending modern and vintage styles, choosing the right statement pieces is essential to anchor the room and tie the two aesthetics together. A statement piece could be an oversized vintage mirror with intricate detailing, or a bold modern sculpture. These items draw the eye and set the tone for the room, making it easier to build around them with complementary elements. highlight statement pieces with strategic placement. For instance, position a mid-century modern credenza in a prominent spot in your dining room or hang a vintage tapestry as a feature wall in your living space. Let these items stand out while supporting elements blend in subtly. Layering lighting around your statement pieces can enhance their impact. A spotlight on a modern artwork or a vintage chandelier above a dining table emphasizes their importance while creating a mood-enhancing glow. Statement pieces should reflect your style and personality. They're not just decor but conversation starters. Choose items that resonate with you, ensuring your home feels uniquely yours. (11) Incorporating greenery for balance. Greenery is a versatile addition to any space, and it works wonders in tying modern and vintage styles together. Plants soften the hard lines of modern furniture and complement the organic feel of vintage pieces. Large leafy plants like monstera or fiddle-leaf figs make a dramatic statement, while smaller succulents or ferns add charm to tabletops and shelves. Use vintage planters for a nostalgic touch or sleek, modern pots for a minimalist vibe. Place greenery strategically to highlight focal points. A cascading plant on a vintage cabinet, or a tall potted tree beside a modern sofa creates a sense of harmony and balance. Greenery adds life and vibrancy to the decor. Don't forget about floral arrangements. Fresh flowers in a vintage vase bring color and romance to modern interiors. Similarly, modern ceramic vases with simple arrangements can add an understated elegance to vintage furniture. Greenery not only enhances aesthetics but also improves air quality and creates a calming ambience. It's the perfect finishing touch for a home that blends modern and vintage styles beautifully. Maximizing small spaces with style. Mixing modern and vintage furniture can be especially impactful in smaller spaces, where every piece counts. Thoughtful design ensures that style and function work hand in hand to make the most of limited square footage. Start with multifunctional furniture. A vintage trunk can serve as both a coffee table and storage space, while a sleek modern day bed doubles as seating and a guest bed. These dual-purpose pieces are perfect for compact areas. Use vertical space creatively. Vintage shelves or modern floating units can display decor and provide storage without taking up floor space. Mixing styles and shelving systems, such as pairing industrial brackets with antique wood, adds visual interest. Mirrors are a small space's best friend. A large vintage mirror not only makes a statement but also reflects light, creating the illusion of a larger area. Combine it with minimalist furniture to avoid clutter. In small spaces, every item should feel intentional. Stick to a cohesive color palette and carefully curate a mix of modern and vintage decor to keep the room from feeling overwhelming. With thoughtful planning, even the coziest of spaces can shine. Evolving your home over time. Designing a home that blends modern and vintage styles is not a one-time task, it's an evolving journey. As your tastes grow and change, so should your space. Adding, swapping, or reimagining pieces keeps your home fresh and reflective of your personality. Start by building a strong foundation. Invest in timeless modern and vintage pieces that serve as anchors for your design. Over time, layer in smaller accents, such as updated textiles, lighting, or art, to refresh the look. Regularly reassess your space. A vintage dresser that once worked in the bedroom might feel more at home in the dining room as a buffet. Moving furniture around not only revitalizes your home but also allows you to appreciate its versatility. Keep an eye out for new additions. Thrift stores, flea markets, and modern furniture outlets are treasure troves of potential. Don't hesitate to mix new finds with existing pieces to create a layered, collected look. Embrace change and enjoy the process. Your home is a reflection of your journey, and blending modern with vintage allows for endless creativity and experimentation. Make it a space you're proud to call your own. (14) Conclusion: unleash your creativity. Blending modern and vintage furniture isn't just about decorating, it's about creating a home that reflects your personality, creativity, and love for timeless beauty. Each piece you choose, each layer you add, and each contrast you embrace brings your unique vision to life. Mixing modern and contemporary vintage furniture ideas allows you to create a home that's uniquely yours. The blend of these styles adds personality, sophistication, and warmth to your space. With the right approach, every room in your home can become a beautifully decorated masterpiece. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey of home design. If you love these ideas and are ready to transform your home, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Captivating Home. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share your favorite tips in the comments below. Together, let's continue exploring the art of creating beautiful spaces. Stay tuned for more creative home decor ideas, practical tips, and stunning transformations. Let's make every corner of your home captivating and uniquely yours. See you in the next video, and until then, keep designing your dream space.